Hey everybody, welcome back to Tops Tactical and other cool stuff. As you know, if you've been watching some of my videos, I'm on the optic kick here. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what happens when optics go bad. Alright, I can't tell if my hat's straight. I hope my hat's straight. Don't want to look like a goofball. Anyway, talking to you guys about what happens when optics go bad. If you haven't seen my videos, or if you're new to the channel, if you back up last 3 or 4 or 5 videos, you'll see a couple videos in there scattered out about the Sig Sauer Romeo 5, Romeo 5 XDR, and the Sig Sauer Juliet 4 magnifier that I've been using. But anyway, I'm going to jump up here. Obviously, we're down here at the workbench, and we're going to talk about what happens when your optics fail. Alright, let me get y'all zoomed in a little bit here. Okay, now, what I want to raise this up just a touch. There we go. What I have right here is a Keltec RFB. It is a bullpup design platform in 308 Winchester. Also shoots 7.62 Russian either way. But if you'll notice up top here, I've got the Sig Sauer Romeo 5, and then I've got backup sights on it. This is this is a front sight. This is the rear sight. People will talk about bus sights. BUIS is the acronym, stands for backup iron sights. Well, the whole conversation's starting because someone had asked me about this optic sitting so far up off the gun. The reason that is because if the optic ever goes bad, I want to be able to go to my backup iron sights and still be able to use my weapon. The mindset is when the optic goes out, up come the backup sights. I look through the rear sight, through the optic, at the front sight, and then onto my target for sight alignment, sight picture, and all that cool groovy fundamentals of marksmanship stuff. So that's what we're after. Alright, that's how these are designed and how it's supposed to work. Optic goes down, backup sights come up, and I'm looking through my optic at my front sight post. So that's the mechanics of things. Now we're going to talk real quick about different ways to set this up. Let me slide this thing over out of our way. And I'm going to bring the camera over here to where you guys can see this dry erase board. Awesome. Now, right there, I'm hoping you guys can see. Basically, I've got 2 circles here. I've got one circle labeled Absolute Co-Witness and one circle labeled Lower 1/3. You got 2 different ways to set these things up. Now, this is supposed to represent my front sight. This is supposed to represent the red dot. Over here, same thing. Front sight post, red dot. Absolute co-witness. Alright. That's the method that I prefer. It all comes down to personal choice, but I will never be running my red dot and my iron sights at the same time. So for me to be shooting iron sights, that means my red dot, the batteries went dead, or it broke, or something crazy. But the red dot in an absolute co-witness sits right on top of your front sight post once you have everything sighted in, or at least it certainly should. The other option you have is this lower 1/3. Now, if you remember when I did the Romeo 5 reviews, the Romeo 5 comes with an extra plate. Alright, you install that plate on the bottom of the Romeo 5 mount, which causes it to sit higher. Okay, by raising your optic with that additional plate, your front sight, when you look through it now, sits down here, and that's what they call a lower 1/3, because I'm in the lower 1/3 of my optic as I look through it. I hope that makes sense. I hope I kind of explained it. but it's just got to do with the relationship between the optic and the two sights. Absolute co-witness, the center of your aim point optic is right at the center. Actually, let's say this differently. Your front sight post is centered up in your optic. On the lower 1/3, based on the height of the sight, your front sight post right here sits in the lower third of that optic. Why do we do that? Well, I run absolute co-witness because I will never have my optic on and my iron sights up at the same time. If I have one, I don't need the other. I guess potentially I could if I'm in a situation where all of a sudden I have a long range target to engage. Rather than turning my optic off, I could pop those sights up. But other than that, they'll never be up there at the same time. The reason people go with the two different setups, most people don't want the distraction of the red dot when they're using their iron sights. They don't want to sit there and say, hey, look, my red dot should be sitting right here, so not only do I have to get sight alignment between my front and rear sight, I also have to get the alignment to my red dot, and it's just going to cause them confusion. You can see me doing this with my lower 1/3. You see my hands there? I get sight alignment between front and rear sight, and then sight alignment with the dot. Okay, you don't do it that way, but it's a mental Jedi mind game that you may get sucked into in playing, which is going to slow you down and it's going to affect your marksmanship. So that's where the lower 1/3 came from. We're going to get this dot and we're going to get it clear out of the way so it's not even a factor. It'll never cross my mind that I have to get sight alignment with front and rear sights and then also get the dot down on the front sight post. So anyway, in a nutshell, that's kind of it. I hope I explained it good for you. Two choices: absolute co-witness or lower 1/3, and the only difference is where the dot shows up when you're using your iron sights. I'm an absolute co-witness kind of guy because I'm never going to have them up there that I can foresee, unless you had to take that one quick shot at a target that may show itself at 2.5, 300 yards. The lower 1/3, it allows you to run your optic and your sights up in the air, and depending on the situation, you either ignore your sights or you ignore your dot. Either way, that's kind of it in a nutshell from back here. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little explanation, and I hope the explanation works for you. Anyway, what I want you to do, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor and go ahead and like this video. Go down there and click on subscribe and click that notifications bell so you don't miss anything else. Guys, I need some ideas on videos. Throw something down there in the comment section. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. You like the videos. Tell me if you don't like the videos. Just give me a little feedback here and, we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I want you guys to shoot straight. I want you to shoot safe, shoot straight, and train often. Take care.